do our do now. I want you guys to think about your favorite song. I want you to write about why it's your favorite and what message the singer or rapper is trying to get across, okay? And I want you to support your answers by using a lyric from the song itself. So you guys have 4 minutes. I'm going to time you, okay?
Today is the 21st, right?
My favorite rapper is also Eminem.
Pretty popular, right?
And my favorite song of his, well, one of my favorite is also Rap God.
Okay,
I
why is that?
said I like it because it's talking about being a god of rap, And
Go ahead.
it also mentions a part where he says 100 words in 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And
So he actually says that in the song.
yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of messages in the music that we listen to, right? But songs are not the only places where we get messages from. We also get messages from books, right? Like in the book Lemonade, right? So, everybody turn to page 97. Okay. We're gonna look at the part in this book where, and then we're gonna talk about the message that we get from this part. So that is chapter 37, top of page 97. I want you guys to follow me. I'm gonna read aloud. Everybody ready? I get an idea and I ask Jolly. It takes courage to ask because of the look in her eyes. Jolly, what about those fathers? I say one night. Maybe it was the smell from next door, meatloaf, or some family food. Her eyes go slitty. What about, she imitates, trying to sound dumb. I mean, don't they owe something? I'm taking a chance on her getting mad. She looks hard at me, daring me to say more. Look, Jolly, I go. You didn't have those babies. You finished school, you'd have a job, you'd have... I stopped because I pictured her in a room, in a prom dress and corsage, and that's a thing, in a prom dress and corsage, and that's a thing you wouldn't want to say in front of her when Jilly's slurping air, fast asleep on a blanket on the floor with her bare foot stuck out, like something she won't be needing. Jolly looks down at me even though we're the same height. So, she says, quite slow. I think it's the way she puts her feet up across the sofa, her total limp body lolling, and the way her hand reaches for the nail file. And the spark of night danger red nail polish that shoots from the air, from her left middle finger and disappears. Top of page 90. As she says, I'm doing okay, that gets me going. I look at her like I haven't done before. I feel a machine gun in my head not going off. I feel light bulbs turning up bright in there. I feel a microphone against my brain. No, Jolly, I say. I hear myself again. Begin. No, you're not. You're not doing okay. The kids need their vegetables. You got maybe 6 squares of toilet paper left. Every time the rent comes due, there's a panic. She's filing 2 fingernails at once. She's at a system. I go ahead and continue. At least one of those dads, he ought to know. Wouldn't he like to see? Slam goes the fingernail file, pinging the edge of a Pepsi can. Jolly upheaves herself off the sofa. Sponge stuffing poofs around her. She goes to turn on the TV. She says, those guys both, they can go rot. Let's watch TV. Jolly turns over and sniffles up inside her nose what was oozing out of it. And the man on TV says, we can win a trip to Hawaii. And I know nobody on TV is going to do my homework. And I don't want to either. All those maths and semicolons and binomials, but they're my ticket out of here. So I pick up my books and get my stuff. Jolly knows she owes me now for 19 hours of sitting, and I tell her, see you later, as she waves to me as I go out the door. I'm mad going home. There was a feeling of the machine gun not going off. There were those bright hot lights inside. There was me knowing something had to get done and knowing Jolly wasn't going to do it, and I'm mad. I kick a candy wrapper under a seat in front of me on the bus. I listen to my teeth scraping each other. I watch it begin to rain out the window, and there's that microphone against my brain, and I don't know what to say into it. So after listening to this passage, what do you think is going on in Jolly's head at this particular moment? What do you think she feels about what Levon has said to her?
I think she's feeling the anger for the two fathers of her babies again.
Okay.
Because Levon brought it up.
All right.
Like, she's starting to feel like angry, like what Elijah said. Like, she's starting to feel angry, and like, if she would have finished school, like, she would have had an education, she would have had money and a job, but like, those two guys, like, they messed up her life, so.
Okay. What do you think is going on in Jolly's head? Why do you think Jolly's mad? Now, we heard why Levon is mad. I mean, we heard why Jolly's mad. Why do you think Levon is mad? Oh, go ahead and do it. I might be right now.
I think, LeBron, she's like, I don't know how, like, she's like, trying to, like, she wants Dolly to do good in life, but, like, she doesn't,
That's a really good start. Does anybody else want to build on that? So, what has Levon been doing for Jolly?
Babysitting.
Babysitting her kids, right? What is one of the reasons that she's babysitting her kids? For money. And what does she want the money for? To go to college. Okay. Now, when Jolly gets fired from her job, Levon decides that she's still going to babysit the kids. Why?
because she,
Can I hear from somebody that I haven't heard from yet? Why did she decide to still babysit the kids after she knows she's not going to get paid for it? Why do you think she would do that? She still likes the kids. Okay, that's a good point. So, why do you think Levon is so mad at Jolly right now?
Because Levon thinks that Jolly's using her for money.
Close, but let's go back to the point of her liking the kids, right? So Levon likes his kids. She's not, at this moment, she's not getting paid to take care of these kids anymore, right? So why do you think she would be so mad at Jolly? At Jolly's reaction to what she said? Why do you think she's so mad?
Because she got fired.
Jolly did get fired, but we're talking about why Levon is mad at Jolly.
Because Jolly isn't trying to help herself out. She's just sitting there doing nothing while Vaughn is helping her with her kids and picking up stuff that she could do.
Exactly. So maybe Levon is feeling like Jolly is not making efforts or feeling like she's doing as much as she can to help her kids, right? Okay, so we're gonna look, I put on your desk 2 separate sheets of paper, you can turn them over now. We're gonna look at the 2 different verses. You guys have 2 different groups, you have 2 different verses in front of you. This group has a verse from a song called What Would You Do by City High. Has anybody ever heard this song?
This is a rap song.
What Would You Do by City High? Alright. And this side over here has the lyrics to Lost Ones by J. Cole. Has anybody heard that song?
no.
Lost Ones by J. Cole? Yeah? Okay, you got 1, 2 minutes? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Behind your lyrics, you have a double entry journal. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to analyze the song. Does anybody know what it means to analyze? What do we do when we analyze?
I'm done.
Go into
Underline, that's one thing. Okay, what else?
deeper meaning.
We're going to find deeper meaning within the text, right? So, this is an example of what I want you to do. I took an example from both lyrics. So, for the first one, right, you have 2 columns. You have a reactions column